there, welcome to Martin Says. Today I'll be sharing with you some information on the Jordan brand's October 2020 releases. Let's go! Before anything else, I hope you're doing great today. If you're new, my name is Martin Conde and feel free to explore the channel, and if you like what you see, go ahead and subscribe.
Let's go!
It's gonna be a jam-packed month for the Jordan brand as they're releasing so many great sneakers this month. From classics in different colorways to popular collaborations. Please do note that the releases will be for the US and not much details have been released yet for the Philippines and other countries. First up, we have the Air Jordan 3 Varsity Royal that's set to release on October 10, 2020 with a retail price of $190. The popular Air Jordan 3 is getting a new Varsity Royal colorway, donning the royal blue leather upper that's combined with a gray tongue and ankle collar. Familiar elephant print wraps around the toe box and heel counter, which sits on top of a black and white midsole. Now for me, this one looks really good. They were able to maintain the classic vibe of the retro Air Jordan 3, which is one of the most popular variants of the Jordan series. And I love how the colors were able to complement each other and was able to pop still. For the resale value of this one, it'll be around $200 to $300. Now I know it's not much considering that these are Jordan 3s. However, I do think that in time the resale value would increase, but I don't suggest buying one simply for resale purposes. You're better off with the other ones that are releasing very soon. Next up is the Air Jordan 4 Retro PSG that is set to release also on October 10, 2020 with a retail price of $225. Prominently white in the official colorway Bordeaux, yes, the same wine region in France, with contrasting black hits feature on the outsole, support wings, and tongue tabs, while further details set the design off. Small tags on the forefoot read Panam, I don't know if I'm saying it right. The colloquial name for Paris and its suburbs, and a combined Jumpman PSG logo graces the heels. Text in the insole reads, "This is Paris" in French, the soccer club's motto. Paris Saint-Germain has been increasing their influence in the streetwear community with different collaborations across different brands. This makes the football club one of the most recognizable sports team in fashion. Now with this collaboration, I'm honestly out of words. This is very Parisian, very luxe, and it could easily look like one of the collections from one of the big fashion houses in Paris. Now the materials on these ones are said to be of higher quality than the regular Air Jordan 4s, especially considering the higher price tag on these ones. However, the whole packaging of the shoe looks phenomenal and well thought of, and especially with the little details around. Now despite the look and the feel of the shoe, the resale value currently only comes at between $280 to $300. Now I know that's very low again, since these are exquisitely made and a well-known collaboration. However, if you are a fan of better quality sneakers and of PSG itself, I highly suggest getting these ones because these look great and worth the money. But if you are only looking to resell, I highly suggest looking at the other sneakers coming ahead. Next up, we have the first release from the Holiday 2020 collection, the Air Jordan 1 Women's Lucky Green, that's set to release on October 15, 2020 with a retail value of $170. Inspired by Michael Jordan's iconic 63-point playoff game in Boston in 1986, the shoe flaunts a raw construction with unstitched eyelets and rich, genuine matted lucky green leather. The shoe, which comes in full family size, also features a parquet floor inspired insole reminiscent of the Boston court. Now I'll be including a link on top on the video that I made on the Jordan 1s that are part of the Holiday 2020 collection. Now this is not my favorite among the Jordan 1s that are included in the Holiday collection. However, I still think this is a great investment, especially if you are a true fan of Michael Jordan. And now it is expected that this drop is gonna be super high. The resale value for this one is currently at $300 to $330. Now that's not bad considering that these are gonna be releasing in women's sizes. However, I still think that the resale value on these will increase further since this is a unique colorway, and given the story behind it, it's bound to resell pretty good. If you're planning to get a pair, good luck. Next up, set to release on October 16th, 2020, are 3 sneakers that are part of the Union LA and Jordan brands collaboration. Now, if you're not familiar with Union LA, it's a streetwear store wherein they sell various streetwear brands across the world. First up, we have the Union Jordan Delta Mid Off Noir that has a retail price of $150. The Los Angeles-based streetwear imprint reinterprets the lifestyle model into a piece that is not only taller in stature but crafted with a throwback style color scheme of dark toned uppers with surrounding blue and light fusion red accents that are present throughout various other products of the capsule. Below, the React cushion unit and noodled midsole are clad in a pre-yellowed hue that echoes its vintage sensibility. Now, I know that a lot of people have been a fan of the first release of the Off Noir, but for me, I think this is a very industrial design that fits the current trends that we're having, and it is again a statement shoe, and I don't know if I could rock them, but I could see them on other people who are able to style them properly. If you're into a very unique pair of sneakers, I highly suggest this one, and just the overall look of it, it looks really nice. The resale value is not bad since it is retailed at $150. It is expected to resell at around $250 to $300. Now, I think the resale value would increase further, especially since this capsule is very popular. Next up, we have the Union Air Jordan Zoom 92 Guava that is retailed at $160. A blend of basketball tradition and Jordan brand innovation, the Jordan Zoom 92 is inspired by elements from 3 iconic shoes that fed off the supercharged international energy of 1992. The Air Jordan 7, the Nike Air Max 180, and the Nike Air Force 5. Now for this one, I think they look super cool, and they're pretty similar with the Air Jordan 4 in the same colorway. If you weren't able to get that one, maybe you'd get this one since they're not re-releasing the Guava Air Jordan 4s. But looking at this, I mean, it's still well thought of, and the resale value of this is not bad. Currently, it is around $230 to $280, which is pretty okay considering that the retail value is $160. So personally, this is something that I would probably buy because it is easier to style. So if you're planning to get a pair, good luck. Next up, we have the Union Air Jordan 4 Off Noir with a retail price of $250. Inspired by 2018's version of the Air Jordan 1s of the same collaboration, this sneaker dons dark black uppers, makes use of a thicker, more robust suede fabrication, giving it a look far more premium than that of the regular Air Jordan 4s, matching mesh underlayers then contrast in texture at the toe box, while white tinged cages offer the same effect both at the vamp as well as the profile. See-through molds further accent just behind, visually separating the aforementioned with a collar and lining. The soles are accent with vintage effects below, while the tongue bears more structural tweaks in its stitched down fold. The Days Pair has recently released in the Philippines and easily sold out, so I guess the hype for this one is pretty global. Now, in the US, if you are able to get a pair, congratulations, because currently the resale price of this is pretty high. Despite not a lot of people loving it at first because they thought it was pretty lazy on how they designed the sneaker and it wasn't really how people expected it to be. When it comes to sneaker design, it's not always objective, so I understand where people were coming from. However, given the thought and the details that was presented in this sneaker, for me it kind of looks like a level up version of the Levi's Jordan collaboration that they did before. Yeah, I kind of understand where people were coming from when they said that it wasn't as impressive. I mean, if we are to compare it with the Guava colorway. However, the resale value for this is still pretty high. It's between $525 to $755. So if you're looking to resell, this is it for you, and I think that most of the clientele will be coming from the east since the release came by real quick and a lot of people and true collectors weren't able to get a pair. So overall, I don't think it's as bad, but it does have a selected crowd for it. up, we have the Air Jordan 35 Center of Gravity, set to release on October 17, 2020 with a retail price of $180. Revealed by one of Jordan Brand's biggest star, Jason Tatum, back in September 2020, the sneaker features a gray suede upper, while black mesh covers the forefoot and side paneling while allowing hints of blue to poke throughout. Iridescent overlays are also placed in for a futuristic effect, while blue covers the tongue. Different colors are also used throughout the sneaker, with orange painting on the lace eyelets, red on the Jumpman tongue branding, an accent of bold throughout the lacing system, and heel tab. The sneaker is then completed with new and improved Eclipse plate that opts for metallic blue and solar red, which also covers the vibrant rubber outsole. I guess welcome to the future. The Jordan 35 looks so sleek. I mean, despite the different colors, they're able to, make it look very futuristic. It's like a mix of the 80s and the current times with the concept, so it looks really good. The technicalities of it is pretty impressive, and for the resale value, currently it's estimated at around $250 to $280. Now I think the resale value will still increase in the next few months, considering that this is a new variety and it looks good and the reviews seem good as well, so we'll see. I mean, if you're a fan of collecting the Jordan sneakers, this one's up your alley. Next up, we have another sneaker that is part of the Holiday 2020 collection, the Air Jordan 12 Retro Dark Concord, set to release on October 23, 2020 with a retail price of $190. Another fresh spin on the classic model, this Air Jordan 12 combines iconic Concord purple, a color rich in Jumpman history, with a genuine black suede upper. The model comes with an OG faux lizard print mudguard, chrome finished eyelet, and a woven label. Now for this one, I love how slick it looks. It kind of looks like a sports car almost, with the purple being sort of its light accent colors. It's nice how the purple and the black were able to blend well with each other, and especially with the materials that they use, it just looks super slick. And the resale value of this is not bad as well. It's between $280 to $340. Not bad, especially since it is part of the holiday collection. So if you're into style and streetwear, this one looks so good, and I highly suggest getting these. Lastly, we have a personal favorite, the Air Jordan 1 Retro Dark Mocha, that is set to release on October 31, 2020 with a retail price of $170. This Air Jordan 1 High OG employs new twist on the familiar color scheme, Dark Mocha. A colorway with rich history in the Jordan brand, the crisp color blocking on genuine nubuck leather gives this model a clean and classic look. Now I really love the color blocking that they did on this sneaker, and it's pretty similar to the Travis Scott collaboration that Nike did last year. So if you weren't able to get that pair, I highly suggest getting this one. However, currently it is one of the most hyped in the Holiday 2020 collection, so I guess not only luck, but I guess great planning needs to come in for you to get a pair. Now I do hope that I'll get this one because they're pretty easy to style, and not only for the resale value, but they look really good using the classic silhouette of the Air Jordan 1s. Now currently the resale value for this is at $530 to $700. Now that's a lot of money, so if you're looking for a resale, this is probably the best for you. But still, I highly suggest for anyone who's into fashion or collecting the Jordan sneakers, this one is gonna be perfect. Now I wish you all the best if you are planning to get a pair of any of the sneakers that we have talked about. Feel free to comment down below and let me know what you think of the video. What are the sneakers that are you looking forward to? Now if you haven't yet, do subscribe to the channel to be updated with the latest hype trends, sneaker news, as well as great alternative. Once again, this is Martin Says, and see ya!